There was an incident where I actually had attempted to rob somebody. I was that bad. It actually failed, thank God, and I chickened out. But I mean, I was this close, literally, to running up on somebody with a gun that didn't even have a clip in it to go get money. That's how bad it got. Because I didn't want to hurt nobody. I've never wanted to hurt anybody. And most of the pain and trauma I've caused, I've learned that I feel that I've caused is because of selling people drugs or giving people drugs and seeing, like, there's people that I sold cocaine to that over the time that I've seen them, like when I first met them and they started doing cocaine, that they were living a pretty productive life. They were living a great lifestyle. They were making money, going to work, doing what they had to do. And these people went from buying like $20 a week or maybe like once a month. They're buying coke for me and they're seeing them. And then like next thing I know, they're buying $100 bags, $200 bags. And next thing I know, they're getting evicted from their homes, losing their cars, losing their wife, losing their children. I've seen this happen probably half a dozen times, at least, with people that I served. And, I would call them my friends, but these, you don't treat friends like that. You don't allow your friends to destroy their lives for a substance, And, I may, like, a lot of drug dealers want to put it off, like they're going to just get it somewhere else anyway. You don't have to hold that karma. You don't have to hold on to that. That isn't your responsibility, but it is. When you're providing someone with an addictive drug, when you're providing someone with something that's not good for their life, then you are the cause of the destruction in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like as a dealer, as a person, when you're bringing anything, no matter whether it's drugs, money, friendship, anger, whatever you're bringing into someone's life, you're responsible for it. And like taking responsibilities for my actions and my karma has been one of the biggest things I had to learn in prison. Because like you don't get through prison positively unless you can take responsibility for your actions, And that's how I feel about my drugs and like the way I've hurt people over the years is because I'm giving them substances. I'm giving them things that are not good for their life. I'm not treating people like human beings. I'm treating them like tickets. I'm treating them like some way to pay my bills, and that isn't how you treat people. When it comes to not getting addicted, the thing is, like, nobody can do drugs recreationally forever. That's just the deal. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's coke or molly, acid, mushrooms, even marijuana. You know what I mean? Like, there's people I've met that party once in a while, cool beans, go about their life, go back to doing their normal thing. But I'm gonna say 9 out of 10 people, there's no one who can not, like, 9 out of 10 people are gonna get addicted. If you give 10 people in a room coke, 9 out of 10 of them will be addicted by the end of the week. I actually went back to the area because I'm not living in Florida anymore, but I went back to Florida when I first got out for the first 2 weeks to see where I really wanted to be in my headset. Did I want to go back to my family and live the family life, or did I want to live my old life? So I went back to Florida. I gave myself a test. I put myself in the environment. I went around the people I was around before, and I realized I don't want that life. I don't want these people. I don't want these things. And a majority of the people that I sold drugs to, I apologized to. I was like, man, I'm sorry that I got you started on this. I'm sorry that I was involved in this part of your life. I'm sorry that you see me as the person you do drugs with. Because like these people, like, they didn't go to prison, but their life didn't go anywhere. Like, they're doing the same thing we were doing before. They're sitting around getting high. That's it. That's what they did for the 3 years I was in prison. Like, they got high and they either got skinny and lost teeth, or I lost a bunch of people to ODs. The girl I was dating when I went to prison, she got into drugs even way worse after I got out, and she ended up committing suicide. So like there's no positive in that life. I don't want it in my life. I don't want to be a part of that life anymore. It's actually been like a really big eye-opener just to see how great my family is and how accepting they are of my past and my future, and how dedicated they are to seeing me do well. And it's just a testament to how great, like, people who love you really are when people do love you. And I just feel really bad for the people that I knew in prison and the people I knew that I was out there doing drugs with that just really didn't have this connection that I have with my family, or don't have the people who are going to love you through anything, because when I was out there doing drugs and I was alone and I was running around, I didn't think I had this element. Or I didn't believe I had that element in my family where people were just going to accept me and love me for who I am no matter what. And I was scared to be that person. I was scared to be there, a part of their life because of what I was doing. And the thing was, they would have took me no matter where I was and no matter how I was at, no matter how I acted, as long as I was going to be here with them. And that's what I've learned through this experience, is that family should always come first. Your friends and the people around you are always important as well, and you got to help bring them up as well. But like, your family is your most important tool. The people that you love, the ones that you come close to, are the ones you need to hold on to. And family isn't designated by blood. It's designated by the people who are there for you, and vice versa. Honestly, sleeping was probably the hardest thing to do when I came out, because in prison, you never really sleep. You kind of do what's called a half sleep, where you like nap, but your ears are still awake. Does that make sense? Because there's nothing to worry about when you're home. There's supposed to be nothing to worry about when you're home. So I'd wake up at every single crack or creak or noise, knock, bang, anything like that. I was up. I still wake up at count times, because in prison you got to get up and they count you 5 times a day where you got to sit up. That's at 5:30 a.m., 7, 11, 4, and 5 p.m. So they do this on a cycle, and they wake you up. They have you sit up. They count you, call for your name. So every day at 5:30, I wake up and I get up out of bed. It's automatic now. It's ingrained in me. I can't get it. Like, I wake up and I got to get out of bed. That's really depressing. I wish I could sleep perfectly, but I can't. I'm better about, like, as long as nobody sneaks up on me, and that usually doesn't happen, but like, I almost elbowed one of my coworkers in the face. They're not, maybe it was probably a couple weeks ago, because they came to hand me a wrench or something, and I didn't hear them coming behind me. So when they touched my shoulder, I threw my elbow back. Luckily, I didn't connect with her, because she was a really pretty girl, and I was like, man, if I would have messed up her face, it would have been over with. I would have lost this job. So I've pretty much adjusted to the touchy-feely stuff. I've always been a touchy-feely guy. I'm a hugger. I like hugging people.